Okay, so we'll start re-recording. So we've come up with this list, and this is not where, there it is. Okay, we've come up with the list, and we've knocked out a few, and we've condensed a few. But based on reading a dictionary definition of detect, how many of you are comfortable with knocking out detect changes? Yeah, I think the more we think about that one, we should get rid of it. What else? What else? What about move? Can you think of a living thing that is not capable of moving on its own? Any Lord of the Rings fans in here? Ents? If only. I'd like to see the Ents dancing. Most of you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's dancing trees. I just think it would be cool. Dangerous, but cool.
Yeah, but don't they still basically move because of the wind? Because how are they going?
Well, they do. They are moved by something else, but do they move on their own?
But it doesn't say on there.
Well, so I'm not sure who put that up, but let's clarify that. Are we talking here about motion on their own? I mean, I can blow a piece of paper with the wind. Does that mean that the paper's alive? I can push a rock down a hill. Does that mean the rock's alive? So, do we mean just like any kind of motion or moving under their own power?
I thought it was any kind of motion.
Any kind of motion. Okay, so you would argue that any motion whatsoever is something that all living things can do.
Yeah, because, like, for example, you use paper, like, you blow it and it must be living, but they don't, like, eat. It doesn't
Okay.
grow.
Right, so it doesn't meet other definitions, other pieces that we're starting to think are pretty important. So I'm gonna change this with the permission. If you're the person who put this up here and you want to protest, you can protest. But I'm going to say move under own power. Like it's capable of moving itself, not being pushed or blown around or whatever. I mean, a plastic bag in the wind goes dancing, but I don't think it's doing it by itself. Are there living things that are not capable of moving under their own power? Okay, name me one. Plants. This plant is remarkably stable in its location, as are those. So I would say that not all living things can move under their own power. Would you agree? Okay. Now what's interesting is that in the other class, somebody said this, and I thought this was interesting. Move stuff inside themselves. Isn't that a cool thing to think about? You're moving stuff inside yourself right now. You're moving sugar and carbon dioxide and water. You're moving all kinds of chemicals around. You're very busy, even when you're sleeping. It's remarkable how much energy that takes. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause this conversation. We're going to pick it up tomorrow, and then we're going to do some of like the rules, the syllabus stuff. But I have to allow time for you guys to wipe down your desks. You guys have done a really good job. I am super impressed. You guys have come up with some good stuff, and you come up with some good arguments. I like it. This is going to be a good year. This is good. And we'll continue to try using the back channel. So let me stop this. I will post this to my YouTube channel, so you can look at it if you need to. People who are remote can look at it if they need to.